All right, I'm not too sure if it's live. Let me just confirm with OBS. There we go. And I think we are good. All right, what's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Technical Solutions. I hope the overall quality looks a little bit better. I'm going to try to make this pretty quick. I want to get straight to the point, and I don't want to waste too much of your guys' time. I'm super excited for 2018. I'm super thankful for all the blessings that I've received in 2017. Our group has grown from 1,000 members to over and nearly 70,000. So exponential growth for Technical Solutions altogether. If you guys aren't a part of it already, it's the second link in the description, and it's our free networking group. We don't tell you where to buy. We don't tell you where to sell. What our community is based off of is not just investing in the stock market, but real estate, buying and reselling, both your everyday drivers and exotic cars and motorcycles, any form of investment that you can do behind a computer or online. And even real estate. I own a couple properties here in Gilbert, Arizona. And it's just a networking group where I like to surround myself with like-minded individuals. So if you've ever struggled to find friends that share the same interest as you, then I think that would be an amazing community for that to kind of just get you started. So I'm going to be talking about the top 3 stocks that within the first week of January of 2018 that I'm going to be trading. I want to give you guys all shout outs for all those that have taken a position on UGAZ. UGAZ was one of our top stocks 2 weeks ago. We were waiting for that confirmation. The reversal was so delayed. It should have done this 2-3 weeks ago. It continued to show signs of a downtrend. We went through reverse stock splits, and now we get to capitalize. It's gone over 40%. If you guys follow me on Instagram, the link is down below. You guys saw that I shouted all you guys up. I woke up with over 30 people within our mentorship group and even just Technical Solutions showing me their profits of some people in the couple $100, some people in the couple thousand, one person in the tens of thousands of dollars because of the growth that UGAZ experience. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. I'm going to be using the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform. It's the one that I use. I have a whole tutorial video. If you guys, before you guys ask any questions, please browse around my YouTube channel. I have over 600 videos that cover FAQs, frequently asked questions, everything that you need to know about the stock market, but it is a little bit time consuming. So just stay tuned to the very end, and there's going to be a little promotion that I'm going to have for you guys. So I'm going to minimize my screen, and oh, there we go. So that is me. I hope you guys like my sweater. I hope you guys don't mind. Let's go ahead and do this. So this is the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform. I'm going to get straight to it, and this is Tesla. So the way that I like to swing trade is I like to look for patterns. I'm more of a technical trader, and I'm just going to, if you guys haven't noticed that based on my previous trades, then that's something that you guys should know right away. So what that means is I like to look for patterns, and I wait for the confirmation on those patterns based on previous trends. And it's not that I choose to predict them or anything of that. No one knows ever 100%, but you weigh out your options, and that's something that I teach in my lesson library. So I'm just going to get straight to the point. Do you guys see these lines that I drew here? They're not going to be present on your charting most likely, and these are either support lines or resistance lines, or if they break above them, that's too much getting into detail, but pretty much what I've identified is that this is Tesla, multi-billion-dollar company. It does have a lot of news that can drive either as a catalyst up or down for this upcoming year for 2018. The reason that I find this thing to be so attractive is because of the previous support, as you guys can see, at $300. When it comes down to easiest way that I can put it, when it comes down to investing in a stock, you want to make sure that you're getting a good deal, just like any tangible product or item that you're trying to buy and resell. That's the easiest way that I can put it. I feel like people lack that knowledge when investing in the stock market because the items or the stocks are intangible, or the ETFs, and people just put money, whatever it is, and they're just like, okay, well, let's just hope that it grows. That's not what we do. That's not what I teach. That's not what I would suggest. Make sure that you understand that you're getting a good deal, understand the risk involved, understand the low points and the high points. Looking at Tesla, this is a 180-day analysis. So you can go right here. You can look at the 1-year chart if you want to. You could see where Tesla kind of stands. One of the things that I want you guys to notice on this 180-day chart is when it comes down to the low points and the high points of Tesla, $300 is a known support level. So what that means is that it previously, or with a common frequency, it bounces here. It tends to hold above $300. So that's the easiest way that I can put it. So it usually bounces and holds above $300 once, twice, 3 times. We called it out on this 3rd time. It was one of our top stocks about a month ago when it had this huge sell-off after its earnings. And because of that, after they announced their Roadster, it drove the price up to 320. So when it comes down to percentage growth return, this is the biggest thing. It had this sell-off. So it had this sell-off from its resistance at $340. $340 was a previous support if you guys can see this right here. So what I mean by that is now it's acting as a new resistance, which makes sense. That's a very common pattern. Now it had a sell-off. If you guys can see here, it was having a sell-off. I called out the potential bounce at $300. That would have been perfect. But again, it's never perfect, and it's starting to show signs of a reversal. Keep a close eye on this one. If we can get the break above the EMA, that's this nice little blue line that you see right here, you want the candles to be above this blue line for them to start trending up and to start showing signs of growth. When the candlesticks are below the EMA line, that's indicating a downtrend. So again, I have a video that covers that as well. So as you guys can see, the EMA line is starting to catch up with the candles. The candles are starting to show signs of a potential reversal, and so is the MACD indicator. And so that's this indicator right here. So it's indicating almost a buy signal. So you it doesn't let me write on this one. This is new software or a new computer that I'm using. I just bought 2 MacBooks, so I'm super excited to get some better quality footage for you guys. But yeah, this is one of the top stocks. So what I'm going to do is, what I would suggest is for you to set your alerts. Set your alerts when it breaks above $320 if you want to be a little bit more conservative, to get the confirmation that it's actually starting to trend up. There's one thing that I'm going to be doing, and that's tomorrow when the market opens, is I think that even at this price, $315 for Tesla, and where it normally trades at, again, looking at the range, looking if I'm getting a good deal, from $317, even $315 to $310, that would be ideal. But from $310 to $315, and the margin that it has to, cover. Looking at the high points, looking at the low points, I feel like Tesla is way oversold. We can indicate that by the RSI indicator, indicating that it's oversold. I would take a very small position. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to take a small position of possibly $2,000, $3,000, nothing crazy. And once we get that confirmation that it broke above the EMA line and it starts to trend up, then I get that confirmation that, okay, Tesla is now trending back up. It's above the EMA. Then I can start adding more to my position. So again, I've identified a pattern. I've identified a potential reversal. I'm going to take a very small position just because I want to get my foot in the door. And once I get that full-on confirmation that it's trading just like it previously did, above the EMA, I'll add more to my position. So I'll add another $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000. I plan to be about $10,000 invested into Tesla. So when it hits $340, I can cover my profits. My average, I personally don't care about getting in at the lowest price or selling at the highest price. I like to identify the low points, the high points, and every time before I take a position, just like I suggest for every person that I mentor within my private group, is you need to know where you're buying, where you're selling, and where you're going to be cutting your losses before you actually take the position. If you don't know or don't have an understanding of what it is that you're investing and your overall plan, how do you how can you prepare to be successful? So let's see. All right, so let me go ahead and move on to the other one. Tesla, again, I broke it down. I think I took a little bit too long on that one. Let me move on to the next one. So the next one that I see, did I even pull it up? Let's see. My goodness. Okay, so UGAZ is one of them. UGAZ, this is the one that I was talking to you guys about that we called out when it was at $50. Today it had a huge push, and even after market hours, it's still trending up. It's still killing it. I still have 40% of my position left into UGAZ. I sold about $4,000 worth of it yesterday. I still have about 40% left, so I have like a little bit over $2,000. It's been really nice. We've been covering $400 profit each day. Very unfortunate with the amount that I invested. I should have covered $1,500 to $2,000 profit, but it's covered from $50. If you guys could see right here, all the way up to $70. It exceeds 40% growth. We have a series of call outs that we call out on a weekly basis, but that's not the whole point of our group. Is we really try to focus on making sure that whatever the trader or the mentee sees value in, that we help them prepare for their trade. And that's, I think, the biggest thing that we do a little bit different, is we want to make sure the trader understands what he's investing in and not just buying whatever it is that I see value in or anything of that sort. So you guys, the reason that I see value in this one is this is a gas-based ETF. It shows a lot of potential for a reversal, and I don't see an actual resistance. So $70 is a resistance, but I see another resistance, which was a previous support at around $80. So from $70 to $80, I still see about 13 to 14% potential for profit. So with that being said, there's still a lot of margin to be left on the table, and there might be a couple pullbacks. One of the biggest things that I want you guys to keep your eyes on is this EMA line. EMA are on this 180-day chart is one of the most important indicators that I use. Again, that's my style. If you don't see value in it, then you definitely don't have to. So the reason that I see a lot of value in that is when the EMA line, if it's not pointing up, if it starts to kind of flatline and plateau, or it starts to point down, that's an indication for a potential reversal. Keep a close eye on that EMA line. Even if it pulls back 1 or 2 days, don't be too worried about that until it starts the EMA line. If the EMA line starts to point down or in any other direction other than up, then that's when you're just going to want to revisit the stock and reanalyze it and be like, hey, should I start covering some of my profit? It's showing potential signs for a reversal, and maybe have an exit plan if you don't already. So UGAZ was one of the top ones that I saw value in, and there was, my goodness, there was one that I was looking at. Here it is. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry about that. HIMX. I think it's a very simple pattern, and when it comes down to the overall 1 year 180-day analysis, it has an ascending uptrend pattern. And when it comes down to the low points and the high points and showing signs of a potential reversal, it's doing it now. So it broke above the 180-day EMA. Today was, if not the first or second day after it broke above it. This is one of the things that I did cover within our mentorship group, is don't be too focused on, hey, it broke above the EMA, I'm just going to go all in and that's it and hope that it peaks out at $14. That's not how things work. It broke above the EMA. That's great. It's not riding on the EMA line. Do you see how it rides on it and it bounces and pulls back to it? It's not riding on the EMA line. It's not, riding it on the uptrend. So with that being said, it's great that, it got that confirmation for a potential sign of a reversal, but it's done this before right here. So again, you can take a small position right now. Maybe if your account is at $1,000, maybe you can take a 20% position just so you can follow with a little bit more of a cushion for a stop loss. But it's not about going all in. It's ensuring that you're investing in something that's showing signs of growth. So if you want to get your foot in the door, great, that's one thing. But until it actually starts riding on the EMA line and then this thing starts, showing signs of a reversal and starts confirming that uptrend pattern, then you can start adding more to your position. A beautiful example of this is it's SLV or USLV. We call this one out in the mentorship group just like we do on a weekly basis. We saw the previous pattern from $15 to $16. Same thing here. Once it broke above $15, we're like, hey, we're getting that confirmation. We'll take a small position. And as it started confirming this uptrend pattern, you see how this line I drew maybe a week ago. And with that being said, we saw that it was riding the EMA line, and the EMA line, even when it would pull back, EMA line still continue to point up, and that was the most important thing. Now we're getting a little bit closer to $16, so there's a potential sign of a reversal. So right now, this one in our private group is more of a potential sell. So being careful that, hey, there's a lot of consolidation that happens at $16. So make sure you keep a close eye on that. And again, that was HIMX. If you guys have not covered that already, you guys can set your alerts, maybe a small position. If you guys don't see value in it, then simply don't trade it. I just wanted you guys to focus a little bit more on my overall pattern and the overall pattern itself, and less on actually just being like, okay, hey, this is a stock that you should possibly trade, because again, if you don't see value in it or you don't understand the pattern itself, then it really doesn't make sense on why you should trade it. So I'm going to start answering a couple of your guys' questions, and then I'm going to end the live stream. This probably turned out to be a little bit longer than expected, so I really do apologize for that. This was only supposed to be 10 minutes, and I see him at 13 minutes. Okay, so Alexander is asking, where do I normally place my stop loss? So it's not, now that I'm swing trading, a majority of my time. What's going on, Christopher? USLV? Yes, I know. Thank you again for that. So when it comes down to my stop loss, I swing trade much more because of my business schedule. I have meetings for about the first 4 hours of the market open with the people that I mentor, and I have to swing trade. And with that being said, I focus less on percentage stop loss, and I focus more on dollar stop loss. So what's the dollar value that I'm willing to risk for every single position that I take? And that's, it usually tends to be $200 depending on the size of the swing trade. So that doesn't really help you out in any way. One of the biggest things that you should be focusing on is, what's it called? What's the max? Like if your goal is to make 5 or 10% growth within a weekly basis, then what percentage are you willing to risk per trade? So if it's maybe 2%, what does that correlate to with the size of account that you have? We all have different size accounts, and it's different for every person. So yeah. So Fonz Van Summeren is asking, how long have you studied yourself before you actually started trading? And how long did it take for you to actually become profitable, if I may ask? I think that's an amazing question. I'm so happy that you asked that. And I'm going to end it there. I don't want to take too much of your guys' time. First thing is, I did not dedicate enough time when I first started at 14 to actually learn how to invest in the stock market. So with that being said, right away, I lost almost my entire account. I've talked about that before. And that's one of the things that I encourage people the most. The market is so accessible, and I feel like people just think that because it's so accessible and they hear that people make money, that they think that they can make money right away just because they have access to people telling them what to trade or what to buy or what to sell or whatever the case may be. One of the worst recommendations that I can have is to go in blind into any market. Learn about the market, learn about the risk involved, learn how to manage that risk, one of the most important things. And then with that, you can test the waters. There's a through TD Ameritrade. It's a simulation trading account. Google it. I have videos on it that show you how to gain access to it for free if you're within the United States. And if you're outside the United States, then I don't know, Sure Trader, you can look into that, but I don't think that's free. And test the waters. No risk involved, no money. Learn how to invest in the stock market. And once you prove to yourself that you can be a profitable trader, then go for it. If it makes sense to you and you see the value in it. But if you don't and it doesn't make sense to you, then don't do it. So I think that's a great question. You guys, what's going on, JH? So you can boom, boom, boom. I actually have to go, guys. I have someone meeting up with me that's going to be purchasing one of the bikes that we have for sale. So as you guys know, something that we do as a hobby is buying and reselling cars and motorcycles. If you guys haven't watched any of my videos, last month I sold my McLaren MP412C, Corvette Z06, Audi RA, Yamaha R1, and another motorcycle. And overall, my profits end up being about $24,000 for last month. That's not an average month for me when it comes down to buying and reselling. That was actually by far one of my best months. But it's just something that we do on the side, and it provides an amazing source of income. I have a series of partnerships with dealerships in this local area, and I teach people now how to buy and resell cars. And that's something that we actually cover in the course for the lesson library. So for all those that are asking about my mentorship, about my private group, and about like how they can work with me on a daily basis, it's the first link in the description. And yeah, real quick, the little bonus that I was going to give you guys was once you guys click on the first link in the description, it will guide you on over to my lesson library. So thank you, Sergio. One of the things, once you click this first link, you can watch this video. It tells you pretty much about like what to expect in the stock market. It talks about how by age 22, I've, it says nearly 1 million. Well, I passed the $1 million of net worth now. So thank you guys, and it's all because of what we've done. So a couple of our success stories, but it's what my lesson library mainly focuses on is we have a private group. We go live every single day, Monday through Friday, 30 minutes right after the market opens. So like the market opens and I'm live with you answering people's questions, who's ever part of this group. We have weekly mentorship calls, so I work with you on a one-on-one basis. Over 60 videos that are in a structured format that teach you exactly how to invest in the stock market. This is the first section, this is the second section, third section, fourth section, and then bonus videos about how to buy and resell cars and motorcycles, and how I purchased my first property. And then we have a couple FAQs that you guys are more than welcome to check out. But yeah, if you guys are interested and you want to truly dive in fully into learning a little bit more on how to invest in the stock market, and 2018 is going to be your year, I would love to work with you on a one-on-one basis for those that see value in it. There's no question that time is money, and there's so much content out there on YouTube that it becomes very difficult to learn everything that is that you need to know about the stock market and not make any of the same mistakes that everyone else has made. So I've put everything together, made it in a very simple, easy way to understand, just like I normally do with my videos, and I present it for you guys if you guys see value in it, and then I work with you on a daily basis, Monday through Friday. So for those that see value in it, I do want to let you guys know I'm going to put the code inside the live chat, and that is get50 off. You guys use that code, you guys will save $50 within the next 24 hours. So you guys are more than welcome to do that, and you guys will save $50 off the lesson library. And I would love to, work with you. And if you guys see value in that, then great. And if you guys don't, I have a bunch of videos on YouTube that you'll learn bits and pieces of what has led to our success in the stock market. So, who's looking through the window? Shut up. Is there really someone looking through the window? Oh my goodness, you punk. Okay. So. Alrighty, sounds good. Um, so Bobby Jack, do you have a military discount? Well, I really do appreciate your service. Just because of that, direct message me. So Bobby Jack, direct message me. Join our free group. So it's the second link in the description. Direct message me. Join the TechBot Solutions Discord chat, and I will give you an extra discount by serving in the military. Thank you again for your service. So again, thank you guys again for all your time. I hope that you guys all have an amazing, New Year's. Please be safe. And please, if there's anything that you learn from this video, is never invest based on other people's opinion, never invest in what you don't understand, and always have a form of risk management. That's one of the biggest recommendations that I can have, and I truly hope that they can guide you guys in the right direction. Just like we teach in the lesson library, we want to teach people how to promote long-term growth. So we teach you how to trade, how to scan for stocks, what they mean, and we build that foundation for yourself so you can build off of it. We're not here to tell you where to buy and sell. We don't think that promotes long-term growth, and it's more difficult to teach that, but that's why I'm working with you guys on a daily basis. So I appreciate you guys being a part of the team. So no, thank you guys. So did you call out the course winners? No, thank you for bringing that up. We're going to be going live on Saturday for all those that we're going to be giving 5 free courses for the Learn Plan Profit. If you guys haven't seen that ad, it's like running on Facebook and stuff like that. Yeah, we're going to be giving 5 free courses. Join us live and stay subscribed. So we upload daily videos, and you guys can join us live, and maybe you guys can be one of the 5 that wins that course. So one of the last things that I wanted to let you guys know is for all those that are interested in truly learning how it is that I buy and resell these cars, not just my exotic cars, but everything from like your everyday drivers. Me and JR Garage, we partnered up together, and we're developing a lesson library that's going to show you step by step on what has led to my success, what has led to his success in multiple markets when it comes down to buying and reselling these cars and motorcycles. So if you're starting with even just like $200, everything to over $100,000, we're going to teach you on, what platforms we use, how to find these deals, how to negotiate, how to list the overall platform. So be sure to subscribe to him already, and that lesson library should be available on the 1st. That's all we've been working on. And yeah, so for Dark, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but if you're asking about DRYS, I think you have a better chance of, investing in anything else, honestly. DRYS, TOPS, DCIX, those are all BS stocks. Not something that I cover at all. So thank you guys again so much. I hope that you guys all have an amazing day. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams, let your passion be what drives your success. If you guys found this video helpful, we'd really appreciate the thumbs up, giving me a better understanding that you guys enjoy these videos. And if you guys aren't subscribed already, I do want to thank you guys. We're probably going to hit 90,000 subscribers, or what is it that I'm going to hit? 89,000 subscribers probably by the end of the day, and hopefully by New Year's. I know I'm already almost at 90,000 subscribers, but I'm going to aim for 100,000. So we'll see what we can do. But thank you guys again, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.